round 1, color A. We start with slip knot, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Then we insert the hook in the first chain, yarn over and pulling through both loops on the hook. And here we have our starting ring. If you would like to begin the work with a magic ring, you are also welcome. Chain 2, that doesn't count as a stitch, and 16 double crochet into the ring. So let's make the first double crochet, the second one, the third, the fourth, and please continue till you'll have 16 double crochet into the ring. And here I have all 16 double crochet made into the ring. We finish round 1 with slip stitch in first double crochet of the round. Done. Please do not fasten off. Next round we'll continue with the same color. Round 2. Chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch. This is our first stitch of the round and at the same time the last one, and it is not included in repetitions. And now we begin our first repeat out of 8. Chain 2, front post double crochet around next stitch. Chain 2, single crochet in next stitch. And our first repeat out of 8 is done. Let's make one more together. Chain 2, front post double crochet around next stitch. Chain 2, single crochet in next stitch. And we have 2 repetitions out of 8. Please continue and I will meet you at the end of the round. Okay, about to finish the 8th repeat, I already made chain 2 and front post double crochet around the stitch of round 1, then chain 2 and slip stitch in first single crochet of the round. As you remember, it was the first stitch and at the same time the last one, and it was not included in repetitions. That's why in written pattern you will see the phrase amid last single crochet. It's just because we already have it. It is our first and at the same time the last stitch of the round. Done. Slip stitch in it. Round 2 is finished. You can fasten off and secure the ends. Next round we'll make of a new color. Round 3, color B. We will join new yarn with standing single crochet, but it has a hint. We need to find any double crochet of round 1 that are hidden behind the stitches of round 2. Let's take a look on the wrong side. Here we have the top of one of double crochet of round 1. All of them are hidden behind front post double crochet of round 2. So let's select the other one. Here is front post double crochet of round 2. I'll look behind and I immediately see the top of double crochet of round 1. So single crochet in it. And as you can see, we are behind the stitches of round 2. This is our standing stitch of the round and at the same time the last one, and it is not included in repetitions. And now we begin our first repeat out of 8. Chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Once again, we need to find next double crochet of round 1. So once again we are looking on the wrong side, and here it is, the next top of the stitch, and single crochet in it. And if we will look at the right side, all stitches are hidden. And if we will take a look at the wrong side, here it is. Here we are. So let's continue. We made the first repeat out of 8. Let's make one more. Chain 3. Once again, we need to find the next top of double crochet of round 1. Here it is. Single crochet in it. Let's make the whole round together. It is easy and fast. Chain 3, single crochet in the next, double crochet of round 1. Once again, chain 3. We keep working behind the stitches of round 2, and here is the next top of double crochet of round 1. Chain 3. Okay, here is the next top, single crochet in it, chain 3. Let's take a look. Here is the next top of double crochet of round 1, chain 3. The next top of double crochet of round 1. And we are about to finish this round. Chain 3 and slip stitch in standing single crochet of the round. All repetitions are done. And let's look one more time at the right side. As you can see, nothing. And if we will take a look at the wrong side, here we are, all stitches made. Please do not fasten off. Next round we'll make with the same color. Round 4, color B. Chain 1, that doesn't count as a stitch. Front post single crochet around the same stitch. Chain 2, and in next chain 3 space, popcorn. In this design, popcorns consist of 5 double crochet. So let's make 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we insert the hook in the top of the first double crochet from right side to the wrong one. Then we pick up the loop, the top of the 5th double crochet, and pull it through the top of the first double crochet. and we close our popcorn with chain 1. That belongs to popcorn and is not counted as a separate element. Chain 2 and front post single crochet around next stitch. Our first repetition out of 8 is done. Let's make one more together. Chain 2 and in next chain 3 popcorn that consists of 5 double crochet. I have the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. Now joining the popcorn and closing it with chain 1 space that belongs to popcorn. Chain 2 and front post single crochet around next stitch. We have 2 repetitions out of 8 done, and please continue. Okay, and I just made the last, the 8th popcorn. Now chain 2 and slip stitch in first stitch of the round, which is front post single crochet. Round 4 is done. You can fasten off and secure the ends. Next round we'll make of another color. Round 5, color C. We join new yarn with standing front post single crochet around any popcorn. And here we are. This is our standing stitch of the round and at the same time the last one, and it is not included in repetitions. And now we begin our first repeat out of 8. Chain 2. Now we will be working in front of stitches of round 3 and 4. I have them in white, and we'll be making a cluster of 3 treble crochet in front post double crochet of round 2. Well, here is round 2, and if we will take a look, let's find the corresponding front post double crochet that is between 2 popcorns. So in the top of front post double crochet, the corresponding one, cluster of 3 treble crochet. So we are making first unfinished treble crochet, then in the same stitch the second unfinished treble crochet, then the third unfinished treble crochet in the same stitch. Now we have 4 loops on a hook, yarn over and pulling through all the loops on the hook, and cluster of 3 treble crochet is done. Chain 2. We skip chain 2, front post single crochet and chain 2 of previous round, and we'll be making front post single crochet around next popcorn. And here is our first repeat out of 8 done. Let's make one more together. Chain 2. Once again, we need the front post double crochet of round 2. Here it is. And we will be making in the top of this stitch cluster of 3 treble crochet in front of stitches of round 3 and 4. So let's make the cluster. Okay, closing it, chain 2, and front post single crochet around next popcorn, skipping chain 2, front post single crochet chain 2 of previous round. And our second repeat is nicely done. Here it how it looks like on the right side, and let's take a look at the wrong side. Oops. Well, nice. So we have 2 repetitions out of 8 done. Please continue. Okay, I'm about to finish round 5. I just finished last cluster of 3 treble crochet. Then we make chain 2 and slip stitch in standing front post single crochet around popcorn. So slip stitch, and round 5 is done. And here is our wrong side. Pretty nice. Please do not fasten off, because next round will continue with the same color. So round 6. Chain 1, that doesn't count as a stitch, single crochet in the same stitch. This is our first stitch of the round and at the same time the last one, and it is not included in repetitions. And now we begin our first repeat out of 8. Chain 2, we skip next chain 2 space, and in next stitch, which is a cluster of 3 treble crochet, we are making a combination of clusters of 3 double crochet. So we are making first cluster of 3 double crochet, four loops on a hook, yarn over and pulling through all the loops, and the cluster of 3 double crochet is ready. Chain 3, and one more cluster of 3 double crochet in the same stitch. And here we are. Then chain 2, we skip next chain 2 space, and in next stitch, which is front post single crochet around popcorn, single crochet. And our first repeat is done. Let's make one more, and then you will continue all by yourselves. Chain 2, we skip next chain 2 space, and in next cluster of 3 treble crochet we are making a combination of clusters of 3 double crochet. So first cluster of 3 double crochet, done, chain 3, and one more cluster of 3 double crochet in the same stitch. Done. Chain 2, we skip next chain 2 space, and in next stitch, which is front post single crochet, single crochet. Okay, 2 repetitions out of 8 are done, and please continue. Okay, I'm about to finish round 6. Just made the last combination of clusters of 3 double crochet, and now chain 2, and slip stitch in first single crochet of the round. We finished round 6. You can fasten off and secure the ends. Next round we'll make of another color. Round 7, color B. We join new yarn with standing front post single crochet around any first cluster of 3 double crochet we made in the same stitch. So we have 8 groups like that. Well, here's one of them. This is the first cluster of 3 double crochet, and the second one. We need the first one and front post single crochet, the standing one, around it. Done. This is our standing stitch of the round and at the same time the last one, and it is not included in repetitions. And now we begin our first repeat out of 8. So in next chain 3 space we are making 7 single crochet. They will be a bit tight, don't worry about that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 single crochet in chain 3 space, front post single crochet around next cluster. And now we will be working in front of stitches of round 6, making combination of stitches around front post single crochet of round 5 that was made around puff stitch. So around this front post single crochet we are making first front post double crochet, chain 1, and one more front post double crochet around front post single crochet of round 5. And here we are. This is how it looks like. We were working in front of stitches of round 6. And now skipping chain 2 single crochet, chain 2 of round 6, front post single crochet around next stitch, which is the first cluster of 3 double crochet. And our first repeat out of 8 is done. Let's make one more together. So in next chain 3 space we need to make 7 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. They will be tight, don't worry about that. 5, 6, and 7. Then front post single crochet around next cluster of 3 double crochet. And now we will be working in front of stitches of round 6 and making combination of stitches around front post single crochet of round 5 that is made around popcorn. So first we are making front post double crochet around this front post single crochet of round 5. Here it is. Chain 1 and one more front post double crochet around the same front post single crochet of round 5. Then we skip chain 2 single crochet, chain 2 of round 6 and front post single crochet around next stitch, which is the first cluster of 2 double crochet made in cluster of 3 treble crochet. And here we have 2 repeats out of 8, and please continue. Okay, and I'm about to finish this round. Just made last combination of front post double crochet, chain 1, front post double crochet, then skipping chain 2, single crochet, chain 2 of round 6, and slip stitch in standing front post single crochet of the round. Done. Here we have round 7 ready. You can fasten off and secure the ends. Next round we'll make of another color. Round 8, color D. We join new yarn with standing single crochet in 4th single crochet of any group of 7 single crochet. Well, for example, let's take this group of 7 single crochet, and we need the 4th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this stitch, standing single crochet. Done. This is our standing stitch of the round, and at the same time the last one, and it is not included in repetitions. And now we begin our first big repeat out of 8. Chain 1, we skip next 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in next chain 1 space we are making combination of clusters of 2 treble crochet. So first cluster of 2 treble crochet in chain 1 space, chain 2, the second cluster of 2 treble crochet in the same chain 1 space, here we are, chain 2, the third cluster of 2 treble crochet, chain 2, and the last cluster, the 4th one, of 2 treble crochet in the same chain 2 space. Here is the group. In the same chain 1 space we have 4 clusters of 2 treble crochet and 3 chain 2 spaces. Then chain 1, we skip next 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the next one single crochet. And the first repeat out of 8 is done. Let's make one more together. Chain 1, we skip next 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in next chain 1 space, combination of clusters. First cluster of 2 treble crochet, here I have it, chain 2, one more cluster of 2 treble crochet, chain 2, one more cluster of 2 treble crochet, the third one, chain 2, and the last, the fourth cluster of 2 treble crochet in the same chain 1 space. Here is the group. Chain 1. We skip next 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the next one, in the 6th one, single crochet. Here we have 2 repetitions out of 8 done, and please continue. Okay, and I'm about to finish this round. Just made this combination with 4 clusters of 2 treble crochet. Now chain 1 and slip stitch in standing single crochet of the round. Okay, done. Now you can fasten off and secure the ends. Next round we'll make of another color. Round 9, color A. We join new yarn with standing front post single crochet around 3rd cluster of any 4 cluster group. Well, let's select this group. We need the 3rd cluster, 1, 2, 3, and around it front post single crochet. Here we have the standing stitch of the round. And now we begin our first repeat out of 8. So 3 single crochet in next chain 2 space. 1, 2, and 3. Front post single crochet around next stitch. Now single crochet in chain 1 space, front post single crochet around next stitch, which is single crochet. Once again single crochet in chain 1 space and front post single crochet around next stitch, which is the first cluster of 2 treble crochet of the group of 4 clusters of 2 treble crochet. And now we will be making 3 single crochet in chain 2 space, 2 and 3, and front post single crochet around the cluster. And one more time, 3 single crochet in chain 2 space, 3, and front post single crochet around next cluster. And our first group out of 8 is made. Let's make one more together, and then you will continue all by yourselves. So in next chain 2 space, 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3. Front post single crochet around next cluster. And as you can see, when our 2 repeats joined, we have this nice and beautiful group. Then let's continue. Single crochet in chain 1 space, front post single crochet around next stitch, and single crochet in next chain 1 space. Front post single crochet around next cluster. Then in next chain 2 space, 3 single crochet, 1, 2, and 3, and around next cluster, front post single crochet. And one more time, 3 single crochet in next chain 2 space, and front post single crochet around next cluster. Yahoo! Here we have 2 repeats out of 8 done, and please continue. And finally this round is done. Our last elements were 3 single crochet in chain 2 space and slip stitch in standing front post single crochet. And here we are. Round 9 is ready. Please do not fasten off. Next round will continue with the same color, but we will make it in the new part of the tutorial. See you soon and easy stitches to everyone.